Guruganeshabhyam Namaha. Hanumanji carried both Lord Sri Rama and Lakshmana on his shoulders to Rishyamukha. Sugriva was relieved when he saw Hanumanji bringing the two strangers on his shoulders. Okay, they are not enemies. He had suspected that they were enemies sent by Bali. Sugriva welcomed them with due respect. He spread tender leaves on the ground for them to sit. A very interesting thing happened. Hanumanji noticed that Lakshmana was not sitting down. Lakshmana had so much respect for his elder brother that he won't sit together with him on the same seat, at the same level. Hanumanji prepared a separate seat for Lakshmana with leaves. Hanumanji formally introduced Lord Rama to Sugriva, that he is Avatara of Paramapurusha Paramatma, who has taken birth in the Vamsha of Dasharatha, which even Ravana is scared of. And later he introduced Sugriva as the king of Kishkindha. Lord Rama addressed Sugriva, "Friend, why are you here?" Called him friend. Hanumanji said, "Sugriva will become all the more confident if we can pledge this friendship in the presence of Agni." Sugriva didn't know Lord Rama as much as Hanumanji did. And also because what he has gone through. His own brother became his enemy and is looking out for opportunity to finish him. Hanumanji knew that Lord Rama has called him friend means it is friendship forever. Because never will untruth come from the Lord. The Lord said, "Okay, let's do that." For the Lord saying in plain words once or making a formal pledge in the presence of Agni were one and the same. But if it can build confidence in Sugriva, give him assurance, why not? Why not take the pledge in the presence of Agni? The pledge was taken. The Lord started narrating how he came to the forest for 14 years, how everything was fine till 13 years, and how now in the 14th year someone has kidnapped Sita Devi. Sugriva went inside and came back with a bundle. He opened it. There were ornaments inside. Sugriva said, "Once I was sitting on the peak of this mountain. At the time I saw Ravana going through the sky with a woman. She was crying aloud. When she saw me, she said her name is Sita and bundled a few of her ornaments in a cloth and dropped them down." Lord became very upset upon hearing this. He couldn't even look at those ornaments. He told Lakshmana to verify. Lakshmana said, "I have never even looked at her face once. How can I recognize her earrings, nose ornaments or necklace? My eyes have always been at her feet. I can recognize her nupura, which she wears around her ankles." Lakshmana looked at the ornaments and he immediately recognized Sita Mata's nupura. Sugriva said, "Ravana is a Mayavi. We don't know where he could have hidden Sita Mata. I will send my soldiers all around to search for her immediately." Then the Lord asked Sugriva, "Tell me, being the king of Kishkindha, how did you end up here in this mountain?" Sugriva narrated what all had happened. The Lord said, "Don't worry. When I am with you, nothing wrong can ever happen to you. You don't have to be afraid of anyone." Sugriva still had a lot of doubt in him. He was seeing Lord Rama for the first time. But for Hanumanji's testimony that he is an Avatara Purusha, he did not know anything about the Lord. The Lord could sense this. Dundubhi's skeleton was still lying there in Rishyamukha. It was so huge. Lord Rama got up and with the thumb of his foot, the Lord just pushed it down. With a loud thud, the earth split open and the skeleton just collapsed and disappeared. Sugriva was an obstinate doubter. He said, "But when Bali lifted and threw Dundubhi here, there was a lot of flesh and blood. It was much more heavier." Hanumanji kept silent. He should have got offended, but he didn't. Sugriva has to gain confidence. He has to be brought out of his shell. Sugriva said, "See these 7 huge palm trees here. Bali used to shake them violently to make the fruits to fall from them. Once a rishi was disturbed by this. He said, anyone who can pass an arrow through all these 7 trees in a single shot, he will kill you. He will kill Bali." The palm trees were standing in a semicircle. The Lord took out his bow and arrow, and in one shot, the arrow passed through all the 7 trees and returned to his quiver. Seeing this, Sugriva realized why the quivers of both Rama and Lakshmana had only 5 arrows each. Their arrows always returned after hitting the target. Now, the Lord said, go and challenge Bali for a fist fight. But when the fight started, the Lord could not make out between Sugriva and Bali. They both looked alike. Bali literally crushed Sugriva. He came back running. You said you would protect me. What is this? Where were you? Lord gave him a garland that he was wearing and told Sugriva to wear it around his own neck. That would help in distinguishing between the two. This time, Lord finished Bali with a single arrow. Why did the Lord not fight Bali himself? Because Bali didn't deserve it. He had kept his brother's wife captive. He didn't deserve such an honor. Why did Lord send back Sugriva after making him wear his own garland? That was a warning. He was telling Bali, your death has arrived. Your punishment for your wrongdoing has arrived. Bali should have realized, surrendered, apologized. But before his prana left his body, he repented. He said, please take care of my son, Angada. The Lord could not go to Kishkintha because he was not supposed to move out of the forest. It was Vanavasa. Lakshmana went and made sure that Sugriva was put back on the Simhasana of Kishkintha. Angada was made Yuvaraja as well. Anjaneyaya Namaha.